I'm not sure whose statistic this is, but 99% of filmmakers never go on to make another feature film.
Yeah.
Do you have another one in you?
Yeah.
I know you're still wrapping this one up.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I've got multiple things that are written. But, that doesn't mean that they're going to happen. I mean, it's hard. It's really hard to get a movie made. If I don't make another feature, I'll make more stuff. I'll make more shorts. But I don't suffer for ideas. Which again, that sounds really arrogant for me to say that. No. But I feel like there's stuff that I want to make, stuff that I think is interesting, stuff that I think I have a unique perspective on that I want to try to get at. And I don't know, you're just alive for it. Like when you want to do it, and I enjoy writing, like I enjoy that part of the process. And so when you want to do it, like you're looking for things that are going to help you create like something for a film, an idea or a texture or whatever. And so you're kind of open to it and looking. So stuff sort of gets you fired up, like an idea or a moment or whatever, and see what you can generate from that. But yeah, no, I have two things written that I'd want to rewrite, but yeah, I'd be ready to make.
Where are you finding time to write? I mean, you have such a full life, all these responsibilities.
Well, but then it's when you enjoy it, you find the time for it. And I didn't write them last weekend. I wrote the first drafts of those a couple years ago. But when you're getting something out of it, it doesn't feel like a task. And I mean, again, this is the advantage of being a teacher and having my summers off. And I can spend time on that sort of stuff. And it's good.
So the well never runs dry.
Whoa. You
heard it here, folks.
Yeah.
First.
No.
Okay.
There's a curse.
Okay, no.
There's a curse.
Sorry.
No, I mean, larger ideas certainly, or things like worlds that I'd like to go into. Social, I'm really interested in things like social class and economics and certain things about certain contexts and certain aspects of like American identity. I'm really interested in that sort of stuff, right? And so it's like, it'd be interesting to make a movie about that or a story that's focused on that. But I'm like everybody else, like, I've got 6 pages here. Now what the hell do I do? I'm like, the well very often runs dry, or the well is very often full with crappy ideas. So, but I do feel like that's a resource. I don't like it's not even. I shouldn't even say that I don't want for ideas. I guess I'm always searching for ideas. Maybe that's a better way to say it. I'm always looking for stuff to write, because once I find something that sparks me, that's exciting, and you're trying to get that feeling always. I think it's an intoxicating thing. It's like a high. It's a good idea, and you write it down, and it's a good scene. It was one of the ones that I'm talking about that I would like to make next. Like the other day, one good thing about driving home from Santa Monica for 2 hours is that you get ideas.
2 long hours.
Yeah. But it was me alone in the car, and like, there's a good idea. I could do that in that script, and that is intoxicating. Like, that's a great feeling. It's like you get that excitement for the thing, because it's, the excitement can wane, with an idea. And then all of a sudden you get a new idea, and that's right, I got to crack that back open and get back into that. I don't know. I think I'll always be seeking that feeling,
It was interesting to see, like, Humphrey Bogart either plays like a screenwriter that hasn't had a hit in years, or he would play, a detective, of course, but just oh, you're a screenwriter, and it sounds so glamorous, and then you see like it's definitely difficult for him and sort of this downtrodden mindset, but having to like keep himself revived. I don't know. I love seeing films about screenwriters.
Oh yeah,
adaptation.
Sunset Boulevard is just exquisite. That oh God, what is his name? Oh my God. Well, whatever. What's that?
Billy Wilder.
Yeah, it's Billy Wilder's film, and I'm trying to think of the actor's name. Anyway, he's the collection agencies are calling. They're
Right.
trying to tow his car. He just can't pay his rent.
But then he meets this actress,
but,
right?
but that depiction of the screenwriter, which is so very honest, I always love that.
Right, and also to In a Lonely Place with Humphrey Bogart. Oh, and just, his life seems very organized, and then I don't want to give it away if anyone's seen it, even though. So someone told me that if a movie's older than 30 years, I guess you can give spoilers away.
Oh, I spoil stuff all the time in class. That's half my job is spoiling movies.
But, he's accused of this crime, and you just, these women are so intrigued because he's this screenwriter or whatever, and he has a number of things that have gotten him into trouble. I don't know where I'm going with it, but I just find it, I don't know, it seems glamorous, but it's right. It's probably when you're in horrible LA traffic that spark of it's not sitting at this typewriter, with sort of in this immaculate apartment as Humphrey Bogart was seen in A Lonely Place, that these ideas are coming. It's in those kind of moments where you want to check out, and that's where it's coming.
Yeah, but I think it's also like we're our projections of everything. Like we want to project, because their life is probably better than mine because they get to do this or they're doing that, and they don't. Everybody's life is essentially the same. Like there is the drudgery of everything, the drudgery of screenwriting, the drudgery of teaching, the drudgery of working in customer service, the drudgery of whatever. It's all the same, and there's this, for 99.9% of the people of it, there is little to no glamour. There's no glamour in it, and it's but the one thing, the advantage of this, because it's filled with all that stress, it's filled with very little to no validation for your work. I mean, that's the other thing about being a filmmaker is no one may ever care about what you're doing, and so you got to sort of accept that, or a very small number of people may ever care, but like the advantage of it is, for the most part, we wouldn't do it if we didn't really love the thing, because it's so hard to do, and there can be no validation for it at the end of it. So you have to enjoy it. You have to enjoy the process. I wrote a little thing when you were talking about the Seed and Spark. I wrote a thing for Filmmaker magazine while I was doing that, just like a little post for their online. Anyway, and the gist of it is that the dream of making the movie, or the dream of doing this, is not about any kind of success, however you're going to define that. But it's really about the making, because that's the thing that's the most pleasurable. Like is the making, is the finding the right frame, finding the right cut, finding the right piece of music, finding the right dialogue, watching Brian Geraghty in a close-up and going, oh my God, this guy is just such a good actor, or whatever. It's that stuff that's going to be the thing that lasts. The other stuff will not last. So that's the dream of it, at least to me.
At what point did you approach Brian Geraghty to be the protagonist in Faith?
So when that whole thing happened, and when we lost the money, we had other actors attached, and another actor attached for the lead part, Chris, and a different actor attached for the pastor. And those guys are great guys, and I love them, and they had been attached for almost a year to play the parts. And so I had, again, another part of these horrible phone calls when I have to call them and tell them that the money's fallen out. And they were both so disappointed, and they felt so bad for me. They're good people. They're sweet guys. And they were both willing to stay on, because I said, look, I'm going to I'm gonna try like hell to still make this movie. And they said, hey, as long as we can make the schedules work, we'll do it. But then, of course, we couldn't make the schedules work. One of them had a big TV show, and the other one was a lead in a Broadway play right when we were shooting the movie, and so it just didn't work. And so then it's a scramble. Like, okay, how do we replace these guys who were, not huge stars, but like known actors and really, really good actors. And so Brian Geraghty was suggested to me, and a friend of a friend was able to get him to the script. And he read it, and he liked it, and he was available. Like, he'd been doing that show, The Alienist, the TNT thing, but then he was off, and he didn't have anything again until, I don't remember whatever, the schedule worked. And so we met, and we got along, and he could see what I was trying to do, and I could see how he fit in the part. And yeah, it was good. It's just luck. There's a lot of luck that happens here too. We just happened to know somebody who could get him the script, and he fit, and he was known enough to where we could hold on. I mean, this is the kind of cynical part of this business, but he's known enough to where we could hold on to some money. The Hurt Locker and Boardwalk Empire, Chicago PD, all this stuff. It means something for financing, obviously. So yeah,